Let's imagine that you're an A-lister. Now, understandably, you have a lot of money coming in, but how are you going to retain it? Honestly, you've got only two options. You can either squander it or double it by investing in something. Several celebrities out there have successfully done this. We mean the doubling, not the squandering. Jokes aside, in today's video, we're going to look at 10 of them. But before that, let's quickly tap back into reality. At number 10, we have Reese Witherspoon. Although Reese has been in the acting business since she was a teenager and continues to act, acting isn't her only source of income. Besides two media houses, which we'll come to in a few minutes, Witherspoon's also the founder of a lifestyle and clothing brand called Draper James. Launched in 2015, the clothing line, honoring her grandparents Dorothy Draper and William James Witherspoon, not only incorporates her style but is also an homage to her southern roots. As far as the media houses go, in 2016, Reese collaborated with Strand Equity founder Seth Rodsky to establish a media company by the name of Hello Sunshine. From what we know, the company was geared at promoting women-led business ventures, including podcasts, movies, and even books. Last year, she sold it for around $900 million to another company and is now on the board of directors. Speaking of books, Reese's famous book club was also founded as an extension of Hello Sunshine. Aside from Hello Sunshine, Witherspoon also had stakes in Pacific Standard, the company known for producing both Gone Girl and her hit HBO series Big Little Lies. At one point, it was a subsidiary of her recently sold media house as well. All in all, this legal blonde has done pretty well for herself. That too in the face of several flops and a lesser-known troubled childhood. At number 9, there's Ashton Kutcher. We agree, it's kind of difficult to imagine the punked star as an entrepreneur. It would be much easier to imagine him as a circus clown. But believe it or not, in the year 2000, Ashton Kutcher actually co-founded the media house that produced the show. It was called Catalyst Media and was his first step toward an entrepreneurial career. His second investment came in the year 2010 when he co-founded the venture capital firm A-Grade Investments. From what we've gathered, the said firm succeeded in turning $30 million in funds into $250 million in only 6 years. In case you're curious, they mainly did this by investing in renowned companies like Skype, Spotify, and Uber. If you thought this was the end of his investments, think again, because in 2015, Ashton established another venture capital firm named Sound Ventures. Much like A-Grade Investments, it's also geared at promoting financial tech and tech companies. At number 8, we have Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. There aren't a lot of people out there who don't know about the Olsen twins. Many of us practically grew up with them. But let's be honest, not many of us had our own production company at age 6. Yep, you heard that right. The twins founded Dual Star Entertainment at only 6 years old. Well, in the beginning, the company was aimed at producing Olsen-themed products for children. In the later years, it moved on to manufacturing more mature products like furniture, fragrances, and clothes. And not just any clothes, mind you, we're talking pieces worth hundreds of dollars. This mention of clothes brings us to their other fashion world ventures. First up, we'd like to mention their 2007 ready-to-wear label, Elizabeth and James. Named after, yeah, you guessed it, their siblings, the brand's known for its sophisticated feminine pieces, honoring Elizabeth, as well as its clean-cut masculine ones in honor of their brother James. But what really established the twins as manufacturing moguls was their relaxed chic brand, The Row. Aside from this, they also own another venture called Olsen Boy. Now throw their publications into the mix as well, and it shouldn't be hard to guess why they're worth $500 million. Then at lucky number 7, there's Jay-Z. Before you ask, this placement isn't random. In fact, we've placed Jay-Z at number 7 as a nod to the 7 companies that he owned at one point or another. The most well-known of his enterprises was, of course, Rockefeller Music, the venture that gave us legendary tracks like 99 Problems and Big Pimpin', which explains why it was sold for a whopping $10 million. Although he moved on from Rockefeller Music, Jay-Z launched several other companies bearing almost the same names. For instance, there was the urban wear brand called Rockaware Clothing in collaboration with Damon Dash. After he sold it, Jay went on to establish Rock Nation, a platform dedicated to helping startups. Besides this, he's also made his mark in the alcohol and streaming realms with luxury champagnes and cognacs and the music platform Tidal. Before we move on to our next pick, we'd like to briefly mention his investments in Uber and, as odd as it sounds, the cannabis business. To be exact, the premium cannabis brand Monogram. Oh, also Also, let's not forget there'll always be his investment in being Beyoncé's lawfully wedded husband. At number 6 is Dr. Dre. Any guesses as to what Dr. Dre's most successful business venture is? Here's a hint. It begins with a B and ends in Eats. Yep, we're referring to none other than Beats Electronics. Although the company only had 6,000 attendees at its first launch event, Apple recently bought it for a ridiculous $3.2 billion. Yeah, with that amount, we can safely say that Dre's probably not locked in Eminem's basement anymore. Now at number 5, there's Rihanna. We've all been waiting for Rihanna to drop new music, but looking at how far she's come as a businesswoman, we don't think she's going back to being a musician anytime soon. You're right. It's time to talk about Fenty. Currently worth $1.4 billion, the brand started out as a fashion line in 2019, but has now expanded into a full-blown empire, manufacturing everything from skincare to lingerie. If you're the type to keep up with developments in the fashion world, you might know that it's one of the most inclusive brands out there when it comes to skin colors and plus-size clothing. Yeah, that's Ree for you. At number 4, we have Will Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, at number 4, we have Will Smith. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? More like the Fresh Prince of funding startups. Trust us when we say this, the list of Will's ventures surpasses even that of Jay-Z's. But since we're on a crunch here, we're only going to mention a select few. For instance, his 1998 film production company Overbrook Entertainment, which, in case you didn't know, was responsible for 2 of his most well-received films, The Pursuit of Happiness and I Am Legend. Besides this, Will also has shares in Westbrook Inc., a company that mainly produces short and medium-sized content for traditional media like television. Then he's also the co-founder of Dreamers VC, a platform that lends support to startups focusing on solving social problems. Finally, he's also invested in a company called BioBeats. As the word bio suggests, it's geared at producing wearable gadgets to counter mental health problems. At number 3, there's Justin Timberlake. Jay-Z's not the only musician who's dipped his feet into the alcohol and fashion business and succeeded. No, sir. Justin Timberlake, as a matter of fact, is right up there with him. For those of you who don't know, Timberlake not only has a fashion line by the name of William Rast, but also a tequila co-brand named Sauza 901. Well, his fashion line brings in at least $50 million each year. Sauza 901 can't be far behind in terms of revenue, you know, since he's their go-to spokesperson. To add to that, Justin also had stakes in the Memphis Grizzlies. Coming in second place is Kim Kardashian. It'd be impossible to make one of these videos without any entries from the Kardashian-Jenner clan. Now, out of all of the members, we've decided to give second place to Kim. Well, everyone knows about KKW beauty and fragrance lines. Not many people know that Kim's first foray into the business realm was with a mobile game. Yeah, we wish we were joking. The game was called Kim Kardashian Hollywood and managed to generate about $1.6 million in the first 5 days of its release. 5 days. Apart from all of these ventures, Kim K also has a clothing line called Skims, which folks who like to keep up with the Kardashians might know was originally called Kimono. Finally, in the first place, we've got Kylie Jenner. So you thought you had heard the last of the Kardashian-Jenner clan? Well, you have another thing coming, because as Forbes' youngest ever self-made billionaire, it'd be unfair to leave Kylie out of a list like this. Her brand, of course, needs no introduction. We mean, come on, it's literally named after her. Should be very hard to forget. Jokes aside, we're talking about none other than Kylie Cosmetics. Since she first launched it in 2015, it's gone on to become one of the most talked about beauty brands to date. Speaking of, Kylie owns the most brands of any of her family members. This includes all of the extensions of the Kylie Cosmetics line, like Kylie Skin, Kylie Swim, and then recently, probably in celebration of her daughter Stormi's birth, Kylie Baby. While the estimates for the other 2 ventures are unknown, Kylie Baby is estimated at $410 million. That's a wrap for this video. Would you prefer to work for any of these celebrity CEOs? If yes, then who? And if not, then why? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.